welcome back to your number one stop for PSO2 New Genesis news and information. And today we got, well, something we knew were coming, but finally have been put into the game. And of course, this thing could possibility of, well, getting you banned if you do certain things. So don't miss out on that so you can make sure you don't get banned right along with all the bots. But before we hop into all that, if you are new here, which I know a lot of you are, make sure to do the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, check out memberships, and yeah, let's go ahead, let's get into this, and let's see what you all should not be doing anymore inside of New Genesis. So the information gonna be coming up from a PSO2 official website for New Genesis. A link will be in the description down to the information if you want to read over it for yourself. But today we're gonna be looking at, of course, the terms of service. Since during the last update to NGS, we ended up getting a whole bunch of information to help out on bots, as well as stopping people from using multiple accounts. And we will get into my thoughts on that in a bit. But let's go ahead, let's head on over into the new terms of service and see exactly how Sega is putting this. So from here, if we go on down, the part that we're going to be the most interested in here is part 5, which is the shutdown of online services. And I quote here, Sega reserved the right to stop offering or supporting online services, if any, related to the product at any time. If this happened, any related account or data you have may be terminated, and you may lose your ability to access some of all, lose your ability to access or all portion of the product, or by purchasing various item and a user-generated content. Sega shall not be required to provide a refund, benefit, or any other compensation in connected with the discontinuing of such online services, without limiting the foregoing. If you access the product using multiple accounts, see right here we can get to the point that important here, multiple account or ID, Sega reserves the right to discontinue your access to the product via of any of the account or ID if you use a product or services that relate or rely on the product. You acknowledge and agree that your account to such product and services may also be terminated in connection with the termination of your account to the product. So what that means offhand is, first of all, on one hand, if you are someone who is using bot to buy Meseta, or if you want bot that also from Meseta, your account have, well, a very high possibility of being banned. But the main thing up here that is important beyond the percentage of people who actually use them services is, of course, everybody who have multiple accounts or multiple characters that they are using to farm up Meseta. Might it be to weekly, daily, doing the red crates, and taking all that money and then transferring it over to their main account, which, you know, the way to do it, using the player shop and having only one account with premium. And this whole situation is pretty much a big issues, because like I said, I know plenty of people in my chat. I have seen plenty of people who actually do that to try to get their hands on a decent amount of Meseta to buy whatever cosmetic, weapon, whatever it might be they want inside of New Genesis. And in return, also kind of hitting home that Sega pretty much do not want you to have multiple characters inside of New Genesis, at least for the time being anyway, and especially not multiple accounts. So if you are someone who have been doing it, I highly recommend that you ideally stop doing it, because at a very high chance that your account will be shut down, and in return you won't be able to play New Genesis, and of course updated with the whole no refund. That means you will not be getting your money back if you have spent real money inside the game. And on top of that, with it being stated here, and from being kind of implied, there is probably way for a Sega to actually track you, which is another step. So if you're someone who's thinking, oh, I can get around to using like VPNs or something, there's a chance that might not work at all, because they might be able to just track you on your MAC address or through your IP. So it's highly recommended to please just stop doing this if you are excited for your character, or if you're using your character to farm a certain item. So that is kind of the bad side here for all the players that does do that, and also good winning to the bot side, hopefully. But there's also bringing other issues or other ways that I get wouldn't be exactly issue, but the possibility of where they could go. So ideally, they could go one of two ways overall, not counting the banned stuff, but as far as the economy is concerned. Since, thanks to this ideally, in practice, we will see, but in, theory, is the ideal here, it will also not only stop bots, but also stop the inflation that is happening inside of New Genesis right now. Since right now, for mainly a lot of the focus of the game being the cosmetics and the DLC and pretty much all the microtransaction stuff, which is a whole nother issue on its own, but for this video anyway, is of course that stuff becoming more and more offensive, and in return making it free-to-play players or new players not really having the chance to get their hands on certain outfits or cosmetics or attachments or whatever it might be that they might be wanting. And in return, it pretty much making where we're getting into like the hamster wheel of the same people who already have billions and millions of Meseta, just kind of trading items back and forth. And in return, keeping the economy keep going higher and higher and higher. So on one hand, by getting rid of the option to get Meseta, or get, a seen amount of Meseta fairly kind of quickly for the most part. By stopping that, that might actually stop it, but on the other hand, like my other option, and the way I kind of see it going is, any of it will help in some way, shape, or form. I also think we might be too far gone, especially when it comes to a lot of the cosmetics that in the game right now. So a lot of this stuff I still don't feel like going to really change. You're probably going to continue being horribly offensive. But who knows, maybe hopefully as we move into some of the new AC scratches and new cosmetic stuff, that maybe that will cause the market to balance out a little bit and give everyone a chance to get their hands on whatever item they might be wanting to get. But once again, this is all totally hypothetical, and we will see how this actually works, in motion as we get farther and farther into PSO over the next few months. On one hand, it seemed like, hey, that might help it, but on the other hand, it might just make this pretty much nothing changing. So we will have to wait and see on that one. But nonetheless, that is pretty much what's happening right now. Once again, I will have links in the description below for you to come over and check out the tournament server for yourself if you want to read over any other thing about PSO2 A New Genesis. And if you are someone, once again, who are doing that type of stuff for a character or buying from GoFarmer, make sure you stop. Because honestly, the last thing I want to do is see, especially people who are making multiple accounts and farming the items legitimately by, doing a daily, weekly, and quates. Ideally, I don't want you guys to lose your account, so make sure you stop while you're ahead before anything bad can happen. And that is pretty much the update to this. So let me know below how you feeling about that. Do you think that actually going to help with the bots? Is it going to help the economy? Or are you someone who actually made multiple accounts? Are you upset about the change? Let me know below. And of course, while you are down there, make sure you do the thumbs up, subscribe, and of course, check out membership if you have found that video helpful and you want to support the channel below, which hopefully you do. And with that, if you are interested in anything else, a link down in the description for Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz, and also a patreon.com/Macon if you want to support everything I'm doing. And with that, I will go ahead and see you all in the comments.
Luna here. I would like to give some thanks to Kyle Blower and Sepian Underground for feeding me the best cat. If you want to call out by me, Luna, then sub at VIP Arcs level over on Patreon or become a members here on YouTube. See you all next time.